Salam alaikum, everybody, and good evening. On behalf of Islamic Society, I welcome you to 67th Annual General Meeting. Now, we are extremely delighted to have every single one of you here to celebrate this milestone with us. Now, for those of you who do not know me, my name is Filza, and I'm truly honored to be your MC for tonight. Now, just before we proceed into the proceedings of the event itself, there's a few house rules that I just want to highlight. Number one, smartphones and not so smartphones, could you please put to silent or vibration mode? Thank you. Toilets. Ladies' toilet is through the back door itself and on the left side, and for the men, it's through this hall and it's on the right side itself. But I do hope you can hold your, till the end. All right, now the other thing that I want to highlight tonight is pretty special to all of us, is because it's the first time that we are holding an AGM together with a dinner and an award ceremony. And it's also the first time that we have government officials, respected leaders, various committee leaders, ladies and gentlemen, all under the same roof, meeting, connecting with one another. All right. Now, before we do anything else, I would like to acknowledge that we meet on Ghana land and that we pay our respect to the Ghana elders past and present. I would also like to acknowledge our distinguished guests, Honorable Jing Lee, Assistant Minister to the Premier, Mr. Stephen Patterson, Minister for Trade and Investment, Honorable Zoe Batson, Shadow Minister of Multicultural Affairs, Mayor Chris Hanna, City of Marion, Ms. Adriana Christopoulos, SAMIAC Chairperson, Ms. Michelle Dew, Manager for AMRC, Mr. Halil Shaheen, Managing Director for Peregrine Corporation and Director of Al Halil Mosque and Arabic Center, Mr. Robert Pitt, CEO of Adelaide Cemeteries Authorities, Ms. Anna Cheong, SAMIAC Member, Mrs. Tanya Gerlach, Department of Home Affairs, Dr. Nadim Memon, Center of Islamic Thoughts and Education, Mr. Farid Knight Lejamil, Australian Federal Police, Mr. John Young, Department of Human Services, Imam Abdul Salam Alim, Imam Riyad Al-Rifai, Imam Muhammad Al-Sayyid, respected committee leaders, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for taking your time out from your busy schedule to be here sharing this very important day. Now, I'm also going to take this moment to thank the wonderful people who made this event happen. Today could not have been possible without our volunteers, staffs, committees. Now, let us give them a ginormous round of applause for giving their time, efforts, education to make this AGM a success. Thank you. Now, let me call upon Imam Riyad Al-Rifai to recite a Quranic verse.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ولتكن منكم أمة يدعون إلى الخير ويأمرون بالمعروف وينهون عن المنكر وأولئك هم المفلحون. ولا تكونوا كالذين تفرقوا واختلفوا من بعد ما جاءهم البينات وأولئك أولئك لهم عذاب عظيم يوم تبيض وجوه وتسود وجوه فأما الذين اسودت وجوههم أكفرتم بعد إيمانكم فذوقوا العذاب بما كنتم تكفرون وأما الذين ابيضت وجوههم ففي رحمة الله هم فيها خالدون تلك آيات الله نتلوها عليك بالحق وما الله يريد ظلما للعالمين ولله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وإلى الله ترجع الأمور صدق الله العظيم.
Shukran. Now, just before I call the AGM open, if you can see on the table itself, there's an AGM agenda. On it, there's a QR code. If you could take and scan your phone on the QR code itself, it will actually bring you to a folder that puts our AGM previous minutes, current report, as well as the, what was the other one? And financial report as well. Okay. All right, so now I now open the AGM. Now, Islamic society has been around since 1955. It started off with religious classes and a mosque for us Muslims to pray back then. Over time, Islamic society have expanded its wings. As you can see, we run multiple programs, activities, workshops, and even services to cater to the growing demands of our Muslim community. Now, that's pretty awesome. Now, in the last AGM in last year, November 2020, I believe some of you were there, past 10. Many ideas and suggestions were tabled. Now, through that, ISSA sets its sights to a new directions to have a structured programs, activities, and more services as we grow, as the population starts to grow, and the younger generations starts to come into South Australia itself. With that in mind, I'm going to allow you to take a minute to review the minutes from the last AGM. All right. May I have someone to provide a motion to approve the minutes? Thank you, Brother Adnan. And can I have someone else to second the motion? Thank you, Hani. Now let me call upon Islamic Society President Mr. Ahmad Zarika to share his insights for 2020 to 2021 report. Ahmad.
Distinguished guests, Muslim community leaders, our imams, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to greet you all with the Islamic greeting, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Peace be upon you all. Welcome to our 67th annual general meeting. Today is my privilege to update you all on the society's achievement in 2020 to 2021. Despite the COVID-19 pandemic, the Islamic Society of South Australia imams, staff, committee, and volunteers have worked tirelessly to support the community. I would like to share with you today the projects, activities, services, and initiatives we have embarked upon so far, and will ask you to please consider the organization's future plans along with our recommendation. In relation to religious activity, Imam Riyadh and Imam Abdul Salam have performed their highest ability at each respective mosque here in Marion and in Wandana during the COVID-19 lockdown and throughout the restrictions. They committed to leading the prayers 5 times per day, deliver several khutbahs on Fridays, and convey religious reminders on a weekly basis to ensure everyone was able to attend and stay connected spiritually and socially. In addition to this, they have been supporting the community by providing ongoing counseling sessions for families, youth, and individuals. Please join me in congratulating them to their dedication through this very challenging time. I would like also to sincerely thank our coordinators based at the regional mosque for their outstanding support to the community and for upkeeping the maintenance at the mosques. Especially mentioned Dr. Nasser Shihata and Brother Saad Habib at Mount Gambia Mosque, and Sister Hajriya, Dr. Nisa, Sister Khadija, and Brother Mustafa Falah at Wayala Mosque, and the community at Murray Bridge Mosque. Your contribution and commitment are greatly appreciated. The Salam Academy of Adelaide is our Arabic language and Quran school, held at several locations across the state each Saturday. The teachers, staff, students, and parents have worked collaboratively across all branches to persevere through the challenges of the COVID-19 restriction. The Academy has improved dramatically in their education level by delivering excellent Islamic and Arabic programs to the community. The numbers of the students have increased substantially. We now have 500 students across the 3 campuses. This is almost the double of last year's figure. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the principal, Dr. Ahmad Mustafa, and his team for their outstanding and diligent effort. Islamic Society runs many events on an annual basis. Despite the circumstances, we have successfully held the Ramadan Carnival, Mosque Open Day, Ladies Bazaar, and formal dinners. However, due to the COVID-19 restrictions, it has been unfortunate that the Salem Festival has been postponed for the past 2 years. Inshallah, if everything remains safe, we aim to have it in March 2022. The next topic I would like to talk about is a very important and crucial subject. It is about our younger generation, our youth, our future leaders. The Muslim youth in South Australia sadly are facing many challenges. These young people born and educated in Australia and very familiar with the way of life and values. So don't look at this one, it's not yet. Who put it on? They still feel they don't belong and face discrimination and barriers to participate in the wider communities. Issues identified with the Muslim youth include identity, mental health, not belonging, isolation, and communication breakdown within the family. This year, Islamic Society has launched and provided many youth programs that aim at developing empowered and confident individuals to contribute positively while adding values to their lives. These programs will cater to all ages, genders, and cultural background. I will leave this to our youth leaders to provide you with more details on this later this evening. Also, it is with a great excitement to advise that the Society has received $70,000 youth program from the state government toward this program. I would like to thank the Department of Premier and Cabinet and Sister Jean Lee for their support. Thank you. Our next topic I would like to touch base on is about the society's building development finalized during this year. Alhamdulillah, we completed the construction of a Salam Wandana Center earlier this year in the northeast area. This multi-purpose center has proved to be very beneficial for the community, as there has been numerous information and spiritual sessions, youth and elderly sessions, cooking, sport, and art activity conducted since it opened. Furthermore, we have completed 2 extension projects, installation of the fence along the perimeter of the Salem Community Center in Marion, and installation of the main gate, and built a partition wall along the corridor of the Wandana Mosque, alhamdulillah. So this is the gate there, and this is the corridor, and the previous one was the center and the fence here in Marion. Okay, I would like to talk about the future projects now, and this is the more exciting for the whole community. An important project for 2022 that I would like to mention is in establishing a humanitarian foundation charity under the umbrella of the society in order to help and aid the people who are in need and are vulnerable in SA. This foundation will be tax deductible and will assist to provide increased support to the wider community, such as aid for bushfire, floods, drought, to provide shelters for domestic violence victims, mental health, and so on. In the previous year, the Muslim community have requested for the society to provide halal certification to food company suppliers, such as abattoir, restaurant, takeaway shop, supermarket, and so on. This is an extremely sensitive issue and involves paramount effort and work in both administration and religious avenue. Therefore, the society would like to take on this initiative, and with assistance and guidance of our imams and administration staff, we anticipate launching our halal certificate service provider to the SA Muslim community soon. So please stay tuned on future updates. Third one. Recently, an opportunity to acquire a property right next door to Marion Mosque has risen. The friendly neighbor offered us firsthand to purchase his property for almost $800,000. I know the mayor is looking at me carefully. We'll come to you soon. This property is located directly behind the car park and adjacent to Marion Road. With this acquisition, we will be able to expand our services such as multi-purpose hall, classroom, or anything, and meet the growing needs of our Muslim community in the South area. In all honesty, this is such a rare opportunity in this current climate. Discussions are still open and as we look at options in taking on this project. Can you please show them? Not this one. Okay. So as you see, this is the Marion Mosque here, and this is the center where we are here. And the neighbor has offered this house just recently. And he said he's able to wait for the society for another 1 year to pay off the whole amount. He's after like 800, include the fee and everything. And just suddenly, last week, the other neighbor, he put this place for the sale. So he wants the money straight away, this one. And but this one, you need 1 year. So I will give you the stress. We have to think about it. It's very rare opportunity. Okay, and just come up last week. We didn't think about it at all. I know Hash Khalil is looking at me and say, like, we have different projects, but this come up just now. So we'll discuss about it later on and see what the option. The other project, I would like to take this opportunity to announce to you one of our major projects over the next 5 years, inshallah. Alhamdulillah, we are very close to establishing a new Islamic burial site in the northern area of South Australia, Smithfield. It is estimated that this project will cost almost $8 million. That will include a burial site for a potential of 10,000 graveyard, along with a prayer room, washroom facility, service center, offices, amenity, kitchen, and on-site car park. Therefore, I would like to thank Brother Khalil Shaheen for his ongoing support to this project. As well, I want to thank Mr. Robert Pitt, the Director of Adelaide Cemetery Authority, and Mr. Aaron Ramchand for being very helpful to assist us in this project. Let me a bit explain to you what's going on here. So can you go to the map of the, all right. So the existing cemetery at Smithfield is this one. And the Adelaide Cemetery Authority wants to open this one and wants to ask the Islamic community, Muslim community, to purchase this land. And when, after like many discussion and many meeting with Mr. Robert, so we give them the letter of intent about everything. Shortcut, because we have really many community meetings. I cannot really go through all of them. But we are going to build the mosque somewhere here, Pringroom. Can you go to the next one? So the mosque will have like the prayer room, along with the washing room area, with the amenity, the kitchen, and all the stuff there. And the future of the mosque will be like this one. Yeah, no, most of you haven't seen this photo, but Brother Khalil, mashallah, is working very hard on this one, and he was very detailing on every single one. And he wants to call Masjid Nur as well, inshallah, if Robert Pitt help to finalize it. Anyway, I know most of you have many questions about this one. We can take the question after. That's why, can you call you Brother Robert? He's there, and you feel free to ask all the questions there. In conclusion, in order for us to be able to cater for these services, we have received advice from Mr. John Young, who is the Program Manager of Inclusion Support at the Department of Human Service, that Islamic society should progress to be a service provider, to generate more income, as the society has a very high potential to deliver this due to having centers, offices covering large areas of South Australia. So inshallah, we will see how we advance with this. And I would like to thank John Young for the weekly training he provided to our staff to achieve this milestone. Thank you, John. Finally, I would like to extend my deepest gratitude and appreciation to the SA Muslim community at large. This extends to all volunteers, men, women, youth, imams, staff, committee members, and local, state, and federal government who assist us in supporting the Islamic Society of SA. Many have put in their own personal hours and donated their money to help boost the society to this advanced level. Alhamdulillah, you all displayed resilience, patience, and determination, and are a wonderful asset to our society. Please keep supporting the Islamic Society in order to empower the community in SA. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ahmad. Now, may I have someone to provide a motion to approve the President's report? Thank you. And can get someone else to second the motion? Thank you, Dr. Walid. Now let me invite the Secretary of Islamic Society, Brother Adnan Abu Ajamia, to share his report. Thank you.
Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I think you can have access to the full report. I'm not going to talk for a long period of time. I just want to emphasize a few things that the committee, the Islamic Society Committee, meets on a regular basis. In last financial year, we met about 5 times, about 5 intensive long meetings to discuss activities, strategic plans, and future plans for the society. I would like to emphasize a couple of things. First of all, that we are in the 3rd year of our term, and next year is an election year, which means that we require all financial members to be financial members for 2 consecutive years to be able to vote and to be able to nominate for members of the committee. So we'd like to encourage everyone, those who are in here or outside this room, to participate, pay the fees, register, and nominate yourself as committee members. As you can see, we're not looking forward as committee members to stay forever. We've been encouraging the young generation to come forward and take leadership. It is very important to have fresh blood. We are calling on the sisters, the women as well, to come forward. Because unfortunately, we've been encouraging people to come and join us for many reasons in the past. People maybe hesitated to come, but I believe the environment, the situation is more suitable now for us to get new membership. We want representatives of the youth as well. So we recommend few constitutional modifications today. One suggestion was to reduce the term from 4 years into 3 years. Brother Ahmad has enough, I think. Anyway, inshallah. The other one is we want people to nominate who are really have expertise in other aspects. We want people with legal backgrounds, with financial backgrounds, people who can run big organizations, they have some experience. So we hopefully expect people to provide their CVs and experiences and come forward. As I said, we want at least one of the sisters to come forward. We want more. We want someone from the youth to be part of our society. At the moment, we're gonna have at least 3 new members who are going to have all the, who will come attend all the meetings. They will not have voting power at this stage until the change in the constitution. So we're going to have a member for the Murray Bridge Mosque, a member for Wayala Mosque, and a member for Mount Gambier Mosque to come and attend meetings, provide feedback from their communities and anything that they need, so we can actually build up bridges with other communities outside Adelaide. At the end, thank you very much for coming, and we welcome all your participation and suggestions to move forward into the future. Jazakumullah khair.
All right, thank you for that, Brother Adnan. Now, may I have someone to provide a motion to approve his report? Thank you. And can someone else approve the motion? Thank you. Now let me invite our treasurer, Dr. Walid Al-Kharaji, to share Islamic Society's financial health.
Thank you, Filza. So he's not going to go, no? Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, wassalatu wassalamu ala Muhammadin wa alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Greetings and good evening for all the dignitaries with their titles and respects. Acknowledgement for the First Nation people and their lands. This is my report, which is the Treasurer report. The beauty of this, what I'm going to do is I reflect on my job. Doctors can take whatever times they can do until they complete the job. So Ahmad, the 2 minutes is going to be stretched more than 2, and I can come late as well. And I can't just keep making seriously because I lose my track of things. So I have to have it a bit of light-hearted. Now, the Treasury report. One of the things that Ahmad has touched on, and Brother Adnan as well. One of the things that what we do for the community and wider community and dealing with government, it reflects or be reflected to us on how much they trust us. And one of the tools that you gauge that trust, if you go to the doctors, you trust them with your life. One of the things for if you trust the committee or the management or the volunteers and the way that we're doing is that the community and the government trust us with their money. It's very, very important that if they give you the money, they trust you, that you deliver what they actually want you to do for them. So, in difficult year that we just had, COVID year, where everybody worried about their jobs, about their life, about the infection, about lockdowns, we still have donations coming from the society, from the community, and the drop of it is just barely about 10% or 11% compared to previous year. So that tells us that the trust and the services that we were doing is on track and along the expectations of the community. Along with that, the government did the same thing. They maintained their support to our society through the programs that we are delivering and sharing with us. And most of these programs is a dollar for dollar. So there is a trust from both sides, the community and the government, to our work, and they're endorsing it to full endorsement. The other income that we derive for the society is from rental, which is very small percentage compared to 20 years ago. 20 years ago was the main income for the society is from renting part of the land or the premises in Wandana to the Burst College, now called Pinnacle College. So our baby, or the society, has grown 20 years to dwarf that income, which is $60,000 this year, this financial year, to third place. And the donations come to close to 571,000. So you can see 20 years ago that 50,000 or 40,000 was the major income. We went 10 times from donation only. Government's support or grants were almost nothing, and now we are tallying around the 270,000 a year. So that's a big tick and very important endorsement for us. So whoever wants to show the trust tonight and put more money, we have facilities in the back, and I encourage you all before you leave to show that, because that will cement my my speech tonight, that you're all endorsing me and endorsing the committee with donation. Okay, even for $1, I want this dollar to be there. The last one, the last thing that I want to talk about is that the balance sheet. Then you will say, what's our balance sheet? The balance sheet is actually in the black, again for the second year running. The total expenses were 662,000. The total income was about 824,000. So we are in the black, and that's very reassuring. Most of our expenses goes to all our programs that Ahmad has been through all already. So I'm not going to go through it, but it is extensive programs. To spend 600,000 a year, it's a major achievement for our society. So congratulations to the volunteers, to the staff, and to the people in the community that they receive these services. Now, what's the future? We need to grow. The baby will grow. Now it's 20 years old in the new committee. It will grow and will definitely grow, and that's what the community wants. How we're going to grow it in form of increasing the revenue. The revenue will be future vision for it to be coming from service provision in partnership with the governments or agencies. We are looking for more sustainable income through certification and for halal and other services. We would like to activate, or as Ahmad was just already tabled, the IHF, the Salam Humanitarian Foundation. It's an opportunity. It's another dimension that the society will be taking and embarking on. in providing service to the in-need people, and allow the community to perhaps increase their donations because it'd be tax deductible. So we have a vision that people, instead of donating $1, they will be increasing it because they will factor in the tax deduction that they will get. So we are looking into increasing the revenue and services through the activation of the IHF. More important, we will provide through the IHF avenues through the zakat, for zakat al-mal, which is the Muslim people are obliged to get portion of their saving to zakat, which is a charity, and for the waqf, inshallah. Any questions about this report? I'm happy to answer. Otherwise, I will leave the microphone for Filza to start motion and endorsement.
Thank you, Dr. Walid. Now I'm just going to get someone to provide a motion to approve our financial health report. Thank you. And can someone else second the motion? Awesome. Thank you so much. All right. So you've all of you have heard the reports itself, from President to the Treasurer to the Secretary. We do have a lot of things in the pipeline. It will be daunting, it will be overwhelming for the staff, the committee itself in the perspective. However, this is where we need your support from the community itself, the various leaders, respective leaders itself in that sense. We would love for all of you to take this good opportunity to work alongside with us to build a better infrastructure for our future generation. Yeah? Now let us take a step back and reminisce on the events, activities that happened since November 2020 to present time. Thank you. Let me call upon the next speaker. Now she advocates diversity and is shown through her impeccable fashion sense. In all honesty, she's humble, strong, community-minded, and always walk the ground. She has been our strong supporter and advisor, and always ready to lend her hands and voices. So this next speaker needs no further introduction. Let me invite Honorable Jing Lee to say a word or two.
Thank you, sister. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. It's a great honor to be here, representing the Premier of South Australia. I also like to acknowledge the respected Imam, my parliamentary colleagues, and all the community leaders, Brother Ahmad, the President, and committee members. I just want to quickly acknowledge my your local member, because the Honourable Stephen Patterson is here. I think it's the first time you joined at the AGM, so I think it's great to have you here as well, and the Mayor and all the distinguished guests. People laugh about my fashion sense. I'm sorry I'm not in your abaya. It's just that I got to travel to 5 different places today, and many of them are actually Indian events, so I thought I'd stick with one outfit. When we listen to the President's report, the Treasurer's report, and the Secretary's report, we can't help but be inspired. Be inspired by the level of leadership and extraordinary vision for Islamic Society of South Australia. I have been involved in multicultural affairs as a Member of Parliament for 11 consecutive years. So I've known and seen the growth of Islamic society through my very own eyes. Because sometimes you read reports, you might even look at the website, but it's not the same. The fact of it is that we have this direct interaction. I can see that you are outcome driven and you are innovative. Brother Ahmad is a man of persuasion. And I think most of you probably understand that quality. that he does not take no for an answer. And that quality then propel all of you and all of us that have to step up. He'll come up with a proposal, and I look at it and say, it's not going to work. And he's going to come back with a second proposal. We thought we need to do something else with it. And then he keeps sharpening it with his committee, working hard. He even tells me that he doesn't really get along with Dr. Walid, my brother Dr. Walid, because he has different ideas. But that's okay. That's okay, because people with different ideas offer different perspective, and we live in a country where we need to shape those ideas and deliver, not because this is what I want or this is what you want. Is this what the community need and want? And I think the fact of the matter is he works with the committee then drives the community to jump on board. My brother Walid used to talk about trust. Without trust, we won't have kept South Australian really safe. We could compliment the government or compliment SA Health or SAPOL, but that won't be good enough if they're doing the job without the trust of the people. The people in this very room, the people that drives our community. I want to compliment Islamic Society not only for delivering services in Adelaide metropolitan area, is actually in the regions. That's pretty, extraordinary, because our regions have faith people living there too. So you're not leaving them behind. You're actually reaching out for every part of, every corners of the state. So that is to be congratulated and complimented. Yes. The leadership have transferred from the committee to every single mosque that's managed by the Islamic Society. I am excited about your expansion plan. Those plans are pretty ambitious, but this society is full of ambitious people. The ambitious people, we say that you cannot have ambition without capacity and capabilities. But I know, I've seen it, you've done it many, many times, and you do it over and over again, because you've got great leaders, great, fantastic leaders in this room. We're going to honor some of those tonight. I am indeed not going to, no. I know about them, but I can't tell. On this note, I'm going to close, and I wish I already know the AGM is going well, and I wish Islamic Society every success going forward, happy recovery as we step into a new normal for COVID, and inshallah, all the projects that you dream of will come true. Thank you very much for having me here tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Jingli. That was really inspiring. And we will look forward to more innovation with the leader of Ahmad Zarika. Now, I'm going to call upon the second speaker, Honorable Zoe Batterson. She is one minister with a range of portfolios, including multicultural affairs, youths, and volunteers. May I invite Honorable Zoe to say a word or two.
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, everyone. Can I recognise the Minister for Trade and Investment? Wonderful to be in your electorate, and I'm delighted that you're here today with the Society. To the Assistant Minister for the Premier Jingli, to your President, to our religious leaders, to Adriana Chrysopoulos, our Chair of SAMIAC, and all that are here to celebrate. And this is a celebration. For the fact of such a difficult 18 months, that we can sit in this room together to enjoy each other's company, to dine together is something that we must show gratitude and happiness. Can I say, when I heard your concerns about your youth, as a mother of an 11-year-old who is growing in opinion and height every day, we want our children to be healthy, not just physically, but mentally. It is their well-being and their future that keeps us awake at night. So can I offer bipartisan support? And I know John Young has done some excellent work here over the years, that we want to work with you to continue to build your youth in their confidence, in their feeling of acceptance, to be active, involved, contributing members of South Australia. Now, we're standing in a building that I feel very proud that I had a pathway to help. And it's amazing to stand here today to see us in this building, to see what we can do. And but it's this building, it's the Salam Festival, that is a great history of partnership. And like the Assistant Minister, I look forward to understanding more about your next steps and how we can support that on the way. So today we're here to celebrate. It was a hard year, and I recognise that society played such an important role reaching out to our community, and particularly our international students, because very quickly, overnight, the world changed. And I know you are a source of support. They could come here and feel peace and feel wanted and be fed. So as we go along, I thank each and every one of you for your leadership, your commitment, and the many volunteers that make the society what it is today, and it will be in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister. That was really good. Now let me just call upon our last speaker, Ms. Adriana Christopoulos. And in July 2021, she was appointed as SAMAC chairperson. Having extensive experience working with diverse communities, she understands the community needs, issues, and challenges faced, just like our community itself. Now let's give it up for Ms. Adriana Christopoulos.
Thank you. Salam alaikum, everyone. To the Honourable Jin Lee, Minister for Assistant Minister to the Premier, the Honourable Zoe Bennison, Shadow Minister for Multicultural Affairs, Stephen Patterson, welcome. Member for Morphett, Minister for Trade and Investment, Ahmad, wonderful to see you here, President of the Islamic Society of South Australia, Your Worship, Chris Hanna, City of Marion, the Imams who are here with us tonight, and the wonderful welcome that you and prayer, your welcoming prayer this evening. To a number, I think Anna from the South Australian Multicultural and Ethnic Affairs Commission, you're here with us tonight as well, so welcome. It's wonderful to be here, distinguished guests. I'm really thrilled. Acknowledgement to country, obviously we're thrilled and very grateful to acknowledge this land that we meet on today as the traditional lands of the Kaurna people, and we respect their spiritual relationship with the country, and we also acknowledge that the Kaurna people as the custodians of the Adelaide region, and that their cultural and heritage beliefs are still as important to the Kaurna people here today. I'm delighted to be representing the South Australian Multicultural and Ethnic Affairs Commission, and this is a very important occasion, and I thank and congratulate the Islamic Society of South Australia for holding this event to recognise a number of people who have made some significant contributions to the South Australian Muslim community. The Islamic Society of South Australia is one of the state's premier cultural organisations, and with a history that goes back to 1955, one of the oldest Islamic societies in Australia. And I believe that there are actually 5 mosques in South Australia and 2 community centres with almost 2,000 strong financial members. So that's a truly significant contribution and a huge membership. You have an elected committee consisting of 8 members from different ethnic multicultural backgrounds, which represents close to 26 countries. So that is a huge representation. And your goal, as you can quite clearly see tonight, is to empower our community and empower the Muslim community here in South Australia. And through your services, you are delivering on that empowerment, from spiritual services in the mosques, praying and lectures, to social services in your communities. And of course, some of the amazing projects that you've got planned and that you've earlier discussed are going to be significant to the rest of this state. Over time, your community has grown and evolved, and it has welcomed many communities along the way, and has adapted its programs and services to meet the needs of individuals and other families in needs. And although, and above all, through its 4 affiliated mosques, the Society has helped to provide a source of spiritual support and guidance through the imams, who have shown themselves to be great leaders of the Islamic faith and servants of the Prophet Muhammad. Tonight's celebrations dinner is a special reminder that the work of such organisations as yours is so very important, and the people who do this work are worthy of praise and recognition, hence why we are here tonight. I understand that in recent years recognition has been reserved for major projects, but tonight's dinner is about recognising a number of people who have provided 10 or more years of service to the Society. As Chair of the South Australian Multicultural and Ethnic Affairs Commission, and our name is soon to change to the South Australian Multicultural Commission, so I'm pleased about that. I'm actually really pleased to continue to strengthen the relationship between the Muslim community and the South Australian government, and of course SAMIAC. And let me tell you, that is made so much stronger with having Ahmad on our board. Ahmad has always referred to me, well, initially I was his cousin, but now I think I've moved up to his sister, so I'm very, very pleased about that. So whenever he rings me, it's always sister. Whenever I see him, it's always sister. So it's fabulous to have, and I don't have a brother, so it's fabulous to now have a brother as well. So Ahmed, thank you so much. Your contribution to our board is significant. Your voice, please know your voice on the South Australian Multicultural Board is well and truly loudly spoken with Ahmed, and your concerns and the issues you face as a community are well and truly voiced. So a big round of applause, I think, to Ahmed, your president, who provides a lot of that information back to the board. To everyone receiving the Appreciation Award here tonight, I offer my sincere congratulations and encourage you all to continue your hard work. And I also thank the members of the Society for keeping the community informed about your finances and activities through your AGM, of course, here tonight, and the many amazing projects that you are talking about. I look forward to seeing all of those come to fruition. With leaders like yourselves in the rooms, it's inevitable that this will be the outcome. So congratulations and have a wonderful evening. Thank you again for inviting me.
Thank you, Ms. Adriana. That's really nice words of you. All right. Next topic. With the borders reopening, there have been lots of buzz pertaining to COVID and how do we ensure everyone's safety, and how do we ensure that everybody gets their protection whenever it's required. Now, Islamic Society, if you're aware, we are working very closely with SA Health in driving and rolling out key initiatives to ensure the community gets the right information and get the right vaccine. Now, Sumaya Hanifi is a key project coordinator, and she's here today to give you a sneak peek of what's in store.
Thank you. Salam alaikum everyone, and good evening. As Sister Phils has mentioned, I'm Sumaya Hanifi, and I'm the project leader of this initiative, encouraging vaccine uptake and reducing hesitancy. I'll be keeping this very brief, but if anyone has any questions whatsoever, please come and see me throughout the night. Before I begin, I would also like to acknowledge that the land we meet on today is the traditional lands of the Ghana people, and that we respect their spiritual relationship with their country. As you all very well know, the Muslim community is culturally and linguistically diverse, and we need to recognise that each community has its own identity and cultural needs. There are several social, cultural, economic, and environmental determinants that make these communities particularly vulnerable to the effects of COVID-19, and we saw this in New South Wales and Victoria, where these communities were disproportionately affected. There are two main barriers that communities face when it comes to COVID-19 vaccination uptake, these being access to appropriate and tailored information and access and engaging with services. Our initiative will be running until the end of February, and we've planned a number of different events and drives so the Islamic Society can help bridge this gap. Our events have been tailored so they provide a culturally safe space for members to access information, address their concerns, and easily access services and get vaccinated. We have information sessions planned across various social media platforms, targeting different populations and in various locations. We have Q&A sessions where Islamic leaders, community leaders, and government officials will be present to answer questions. We have a peer champion campaign in the works, and we have several pop-up and mobile vaccination clinics organised at different community events and mosques. We actually had our first pop-up clinic at Al Khalil yesterday at Friday prayer, and we also had a Facebook Live Q&A session at night. At the pop-up clinic, we had a really steady flow of people coming forward to get vaccinated yesterday, with many of them actually being very vulnerable members of our community who would have otherwise fallen through the gaps. Our Q&A had a wide reach and many questions were asked. So we're really pleased with the positive response that we've had thus far, and we hope that this will continue with momentum going forward as we try and keep our community safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Sumaya, for that. So do take note of our pop-up vaccination clinics. It's happening next Friday. One will be in Marion, and another one will be in Al Khalil Mosque as well. So if you know of anyone, neighbors, friends, or family who requires, please bring them along to the vaccination itself. All they need is a Medicare or photo ID. That's it. It's free. Now, in July 2021, we launched our first youth leadership program. Now, 35 youth from diverse backgrounds participated, and since then, we've been in touch. Allow me to introduce the alumni of our youth leadership, Shafiqa and Sukaina, who will share their experiences and upcoming activities that we're going to roll out.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Shafiqa, and this is Sukaina, and we're the youth ambassadors of the ISSA youth community. We've been able to start our journey with our youth with the youth leadership program in July, and an excruciating test of bravery at the Tree Climb Center twice. Another act of pure bravery would be standing here today, which took much preparation, courage, and support from our mentors. This is the exact position the next youth ambassadors will stand, talking to you adults again and again. The next people standing here need the same support Sukaina and I received, not just to check whether what I'm saying right now is appropriate or what I'm wearing is appropriate. The next people standing here representing the youth, the future leaders of this community, need your help. We struggle to be ourselves in a society continuously telling us what not to be. We struggle trying to balance family, friends, school, and religion all at once. We tend to forget to incorporate one or the other. Although the ultimate decision is made by the adults, on behalf of the youths, we want our voices to be heard and the ideas we preach about seen, such as today. Sukaina and I have a vision for tomorrow where our peers and ourselves have embark on a journey to self-discovery to become who we want to be while juggling all aspects of life. However, the youth need your support to provide us a safe space, a space to learn and grow to become the leaders this community needs.
I'm sure most of you know about the Kickback Fridays that happen here at Marion and the Couch-Bound Fridays at Wandana for boys. Well, inshallah, Shafika and I will be running Kickback Saturdays for girls here at Marion. It will be from 6 to 10 p.m. However, the activities will be finished by Maghrib, inshallah, so the younger ones can go home, don't worry. We did think about that. There's going to be from ages 12 to 25, and we'll be running activities such as pamper sessions, open educational chats, and other things that I can't spoil yet. Otherwise, I would be spoiling the whole program. But we need your support to continue it. We need you to tell the youth about us so that we can meet new people, we can run new activities, and most importantly, unify the youth so that when the time comes, we can help each other to take on more serious roles in the society. We'll also be running a youth conference in February, inshallah, so please spread the news so that we can have as many youth attend as possible. Thank you for listening.
Get ready with your pajamas for a night of pampering. Delicious food, friends, and fun. After our launch of December, we'll have
Thank you, Shafika and Sukaina. Thank you so much. That's really good. Now we move to the next program in the agenda itself. Now remember the saying, it takes a village to raise a child. But for us, it takes a village to build a community. Isn't that right? Now it takes, in our context tonight, it takes not one, not two, not even 10, but 22 outstanding men and women working with us for the past decade to build the infrastructure of where we are today. I'm not going to steal the limelight. Enough of me. I'm going to hand over to Ahmad to introduce each awardee.
Thank you. Yeah, now everyone is waiting for the food. I will be very quick, inshallah. So it is the time of fun. I would now like to present the awards for members in the community who have sacrificed large amount of their time towards supporting the society for the past 10 years and more. As you can appreciate, that the service by the community to the mosque and our center is quite large. And we are unable to cater for everyone today, as our list is huge. Therefore, this initiative will now be a part of each annual AGM to acknowledge those who have assisted the society. So don't worry, we haven't forgotten about you. I would like to ask Sister Jing, Imam Riyad, Brother Walid and Adnan. Filza, can you help them to? عدنان أنت ووليد هونيك. Okay. Yep. Ready, women? Okay, wait. Okay. We will now begin with our first award for the evening. This person has been a firm believer and avid supporter for the society since he joined hands with the Islamic Society in 2010. Over the years, he has assisted us continuously with ongoing advice and direction, supported many projects and activity, and recently played a major role in assisting us to establish the newly proposed cemetery. We have collaborated with Al Khalil Mosque on many occasions to ensure we can maximize the opportunity for the Muslim community. Haj Khalil Shaheen, who is hard to catch, as you know, he's always on the run. Is a strong ambassador for aiming to empower the Muslim community of South Australia. May Allah reward you, Haj Khalil. Thank you. So inshallah we will nominate him the next president for the Islamic Society. He called me 3 days ago and he said he wants to remove me from the president. So inshallah I will offer to him. The second person, Professor Muhammad Abdullah. Through our relationship and collaboration with Haj Khalil, we were extremely fortunate for Professor Muhammad Abdullah to join the Muslim community in South Australia, and especially the society. He's a friendly giant and one of our best basketball players here. The professor has selflessly assisted and donated a huge amount of his time toward the society, through either participating in activities, lectures, and events, along with assisting the community with personal or family issues. He really is an asset to our community and fantastic mentor and advisor for the youth, and we are forever grateful for his support. Unfortunately, Professor Muhammad Abdullah could not join us for this evening as he is currently overseas. As we wish him safe travels, and may Allah reward him for all his effort. Brother Muhabbiya, may Allah have mercy upon his soul. Brother Muhabbiya with his wife Hajiria and family took ownership of looking after Wayala Mosque back in 1975. Brother Muhabbiya was a gift to our Muslim community in Wayala, contributing endlessly and selflessly. He was recognized as a founder, custodian, and caretaker of the Wayala Mosque, in which he volunteered his own time until he passed away in 2016. I cannot think of more rewarding role that was performed with all sincerity and honor than this. May Allah accept all their intention and deeds, inshallah. I would like to ask Sister Hajiya to please come and accept this award on his behalf. On this note, I would like also to thank Dr. Nisar, along with his wife Khadija, for having saved the Wayala community following the passing of Brother Muhabbiya from 2014 to 2020. May Allah reward both of you. The third person, Hajj Ismail Zarika. May Allah have mercy upon his soul, recently passed away in May. Sorry. Hajj Ismail death. Hajj Ismail death shook the whole community.
I don't know if I would do better than you, but Hajj Ismail's death shook the whole community, and he was a beloved husband, brother, and community member. Full of life and energy, he had a presence in the mosque that, subhanAllah, I feel he can never be replaced. In one word, he was the backbone of the society. He supported us endlessly, day or night. Hail or shine, he was with us on every project. He was the mu'adhin at the daily prayer. The man calls for the prayer. It's very special in the community. He used to perform this with such sincerity and a beautiful voice. He was our handyman at the mosque and our Arabic coffee barista at the Salam festival. He had the loudest voice when defending the society. I personally had a hotline for Hajj Ismail when he had any issue. I always had to free up time for him, and let's say the complaints were not a 5-minute conversation. I would like to show this short clip in remembrance of his last moments at the mosque. Hajj Ismail was not only by himself supporting us, he was joined all the time by his wife, Sister Jamila Zarika, over the years with all our activities. We will cherish his memories forever. Rahmatullah alayk, Hajj Ismail. I would like to ask Sister Jamila to please come forward and accept the award on his behalf.
I'm so sorry. I have to change the mood now. Thank you, Sister Jing. Okay. I would like to ask Mr. Chris Hanna to come. So, okay. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. The next person. I'm okay now, okay? Brother Muhammad Evans. I call him the old man. But let's be honest here, have a look at this charming man. He's 85, but he looks younger than me. When the Islamic Society Committee was formed in 2008, Brother Muhammad presented us with extremely important and valuable paperwork that gave us the history of the society. Brother Muhammad, who previously was the president of the society, he also has a bit of an artistic flair and actually designed this beautiful lectern I'm using today. Thank you, Haji, for all your effort, and may Allah reward you. Can you come, please? I said he's young. Thank you, Haji. Thank you. The next person, Ajayi Baltaji, one of the longest serving persons in the community, who established a link with the mosque many years ago. We cannot say how long, otherwise it might disclose how old he is. Let me tell you a bit about my relationship with Hajj Ali. He is definitely one of the hardest men to agree with. Loves to have a great argument, and I always aim to do the right things, as I don't want to hear his criticism. Hajj Ali played a huge role when the society went through hardship when we transitioned in management in 2010. Thank you, Hajj Ali, for all your effort, and may Allah reward you. Next one, Mustafa Sayyid. Brother Mustafa Sayyid, he is our Lebanese version of George Clooney. One of the calmest men in our community. He is a man of a few ways, but always available to reconcile and bring together differences of opinions. And the great supporter of our grand projects. May Allah reward you, Brother Hajj Mustafa Khan. Hey guys, the next one is Mahmoud Fayyad. What can I say about the brother Mahmoud Fayyad? He is our personal Rambo. Always ready with his sleeves pulled up for war in words or action. In Mahmoud's eyes, we are faultless. There is no need to convince him of our decision, as the society is always right. Mahmoud is one of the most honest and straightforward men, and you would want to avoid him if you want to criticize the society. He definitely is one of our greatest supporters, as he always proactively assists in maintaining the mosque and center at his own accord. May Allah reward you, Brother Mahmoud, and please don't change. There you go, Ahmad. Okay, Sister Jing want to leave this one. You will miss the dinner. Okay, thank you, Chris Hanna. And I would like to ask Sister Zoe Bittison to come, please. Yes, Omar. He's not here. Okay, Brother Omar Asmadi. In a few ways, is very smart, sharp, loves to find the details, and a human calculator. He was our accounting department and made everything count. Brother Omar was one of the original committee members when it was formed, and he served as the secretary for the short term. He played a crucial role in amending the current constitution and assisting to set up election and governance rules. Most importantly, he created our Facebook page 11 years ago. And this is our main platform used today to promote all our services and activity. May Allah reward you, Brother Amr. Is he here? Sorry, he's not here. That's one. Okay, thank you, Imam Riyad, thank you, Adnan, thank you, Walid. I would like to call Imam Abdul Salam, Brother Nur Muhammad, and Brother Nur Hoja. The next person is Abdul Ghafoor Mu'min. Brother Abdul Ghafoor Mu'min, he supported the society immensely, especially at Wandana Mosque. He has been a huge advocate in encouraging the community to help financially support the building of the mosque and the center. His enthusiasm and passion cannot be undermined. Thank you, Brother Mu'min, and may Allah reward you. Thank you, brother. Next one, Sister Catherine Jones. I am sure everyone who doesn't know her has at least seen her. She's either in the mosque, online, making video on the beach, or participating in nature work. Sister Catherine is the Aussie face of our community, a very active and social member too. She is always available to assist the society, especially when we have activities to break the barriers between Muslim and non-Muslim, such as the Salem Festival or a Mosque Open Day. She has played a huge role in the community. May Allah reward you, Sister Catherine. Okay. Thank you, sir. Next person, Sister Flora. Sister Flora has also been a very active volunteer in the community. She has donated her weekend and weeknight, delivering lectures and programs. She is highly focused on empowering women and youth, and will go to all lengths to achieve this. She also plays a significant role in performing most schools' tours. Sister, your work is immeasurable, and may Allah reward you for all your efforts. Next one, Brother Muhammad Sayyid is one of our youngest imam in the community. This man is of many talents. Other than being quite handsome, he has an amazing voice, a natural calligraphist, a teacher at Islamic College, a mentor for the youth, and last but not least, a competitive soccer player. Brother Muhammad Big Heartly has supported us through our event, lectures, open days, and festival. May Allah reward you for your efforts. Can you please come? Huh? Sorry. Thank you, Sister Zuri. Thank you, Imam. Thank you, Nur Muhammad and Nur Hoja. I would like to ask Sister Adriana, Brother Hash Khalil, Brother Hani, and Brother Arif. Come with me. Yeah. The next person, Sister Layla Al-Asad, was a very generous and selfless volunteer who supported the society and community on numerous occasions at Mosque Open Days, Al-Salam Festival, and the Cross Cultural Session. Sister Layla, you have been an inspiration to both young and old and have impacted on people's hearts, especially having been an exceptional teacher and mentor for many children in the community. May Allah reward you, Sister Layla. Mm-hmm. Next person is Sister Mayweather. Sister Mayweather has been another great supporter for the society. Other than volunteering on Mosque Open Days, an additional occasion, she also served the principal for Saturday Arabic School. Sister, you wear a strong foundation in guiding and shaping this school. May Allah reward you, Sister. Come. Thank you, Sister Mayweather. Brother Niyaz previously acted the principal of the Saturday School as well for a short term. He is one of the most gentle and approachable men and established a solid relationship with many students during this time. He also has supported the society in many activities. We thank you deeply for your kindness and support. May Allah reward you, Brother Niyaz. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Brother Niyaz. Brother Muhammad Murkabi has been one of the society's silent helpers and has been highly dedicated to assisting us behind the scenes. Whether it be organizing food at events or obtaining feedback for the society, he has been devoted and hardworking to further our efforts. To be honest, if it wasn't for his wife's permission, Muhammad won't have been able to join us. So thank you, Mirvat. May Allah reward you, Muhammad. Almost there, we're almost finished. Brother Ali Vashur was nicknamed Ali al-Jazairi, which means Ali the Algerian. Sounds like an Arabic prince. Brother Ali previously was also secretary on the committee. He took on a very important role of translating for our imam, which I'm sure can be very tiring at the best of time. He is always available and happy to assist the society and not afraid or commended his ideas. May Allah reward you, Brother Ali. Thank you. Thank you. I will hold it.
All right, we have 3 more awards to give out. However, these 3 gentlemen are not here with us today due to prior engagement. Brother Murad Ersoy has served the community at Murray Bridge for more than 25 years. He's always looks after the community welfare and has been extremely upright. Oh. No, it's not there? Okay, sorry. Oops. I spilled the bean. Good? All right. Okay, he looks after the community welfare and has been extremely upright in protecting and maintaining the premises as if it was his own. May Allah reward you, brother. Brother Abdul Ahad has been the caretaker at Wandana, especially the Wandana Center. He has taken on this responsibility open-handedly. His passion and energy are incomparable, and we thank him for being so selfless. May Allah reward you, brother. Brother Ahmad Al-Attar has contributed by translating, providing maintenance, or giving us simple advice. We know that we can always rely on you and greatly appreciate your efforts. Thank you. Now, this next awardee, which I've already spilled, but I'm still going to say, is very special to us. She's very talented and a strong supporter of Islamic society for all our activities and events. She has to. Now, she has a huge magnetism that attracts talented youth to volunteer with us. This person has magical touch when it comes to writing, documents, and other editorial work. And she is none other than our publication editorial chief, Zarika. Thank you all. Thank you.
Now, I'm not supposed to say a few words, but I have to. Given this is, I go to, like many of you, to many events and functions. It's a pleasure to be here, but I was not supposed to say anything, but I have to say that it's a pleasure to work with Ahmad. I have to single out Ahmad with all due respect, and it's certainly a team effort. But I have to single out President Ahmad Zreya. He has been the driving force behind everything that's happened here tonight, behind this building, behind Salam Festival. I remember meeting him 11 years and thinking, yes, he has big ideas, but you know, really, yes. But I think what he has done, he has been an inspiration, and your work has been amazing. And the truth is, always, you know, the message filters all the way down. Dr. Waleed has been absolutely tireless in his approach. Obviously, Brother Adnan, everyone, all the sisters, and I think, but it's all has to fit. And the imams, of course, have been absolutely amazing. Jazakumullah khair. But the truth is, it all starts with Ahmad. And Ahmad's leadership has been amazing. Jazakallah khair. You have been phenomenal, an asset to the community. Do we have a spare one we can give him, sister? We don't have a spare one, but next year, inshallah. Jazakallah.
Thank you. And by the way, he has promised to stay on with the Islamic Society till his 90th birthday. All right, is anyone hungry yet? Oh, of course. But we're going to serve food in a few minutes' time. In the meanwhile, let me invite Mr. Robert Pitt, the CEO of Adelaide Cemeteries, to share a little bit more about upcoming Smithfield Cemetery project. Mr. Robert?
Thank you very much, and thank you for inviting me here this evening. It's an honour to be here. We've been approached by a number of Muslim communities. In the last 18 months, we've had about 9 groups approach us about having a dedicated Islamic cemetery somewhere in Adelaide. The Adelaide Cemeteries Authority is honoured and proud to be involved with the Islamic Society because under Ahmad's leadership and with Dr. Waleed and Mr. Shaheen, they brought all the groups together, and we've come together and found a very lovely piece of land, a very sizable piece of land, something that should serve your community for many, many years. We think over 100 years in the room we have at Smithfield. So I thank the Islamic Society of South Australia for working with us. We're at a stage now where our board has approved the prayer room, the washroom and the cemetery, and we're now moving through some planning processes and design processes. Mr. Shaheen, thank you for your work on the building. It's been fantastic, and I think it's going to sit in the landscape very well and be a wonderful asset for your community. I'm also happy to take any questions either now or after this. But yeah, we're looking forward over the next 18 months to building the building, getting the cemetery up and running and serving your community. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Table 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, you can proceed to take your dinner.